Welcome to your View Trending News update from NaijaNews TV. Here are the headlines. Court orders final forfeiture of Emefiele's $4.7 million, 830 million naira property. As regards Wigwe estate, father, cousin challenge court's judgment on administrators. Adeleke shuns AGF's advice. Insists Osun local government election will hold on Saturday. Now the news in detail. Justice Yelin Bogoro of the Federal High Court in Lagos on Friday ordered the final forfeiture of $4.7 million, 830 million naira and multiple properties linked to the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele. The judge, who had earlier dismissed an application brought by an interested party seeking to stop the judgment from being diverted, granted the final forfeiture application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Counsel, Bilikisu Buhari Bala. The funds forfeited to the federal government were held in First Bank, Titan Bank, and Zenith Bank accounts managed by individuals and entities, while the properties were also affected by the interim forfeiture, of which most of the buildings were erected in Lagos. Justice Bogoro in his judgment held that all these properties and funds are proceeds of unlawful practices, which are bound to be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Justice Bogoro, finding merit in the EFCC's application, ordered the interim forfeiture and mandated the publication of the order in the national newspaper, following the failure of the defendant or anyone else to prove that the funds legitimately belonged to them. The judge then made the interim order permanent. In other news, an appeal has been filed to challenge a ruling by the Lagos State High Court in the ongoing legal dispute over the estate of the late former Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Access Bank, Albert Wigwe. The Happyland's Pastor Shingo Wigwe, the late banker's father, and Christian Wigwe, his cousin, are contesting the decision made on February 6, 2025 by Justice Olayinka Adeyemi. They argue that the trial judge erred in refusing their request for interim relief pending the resolution of the substantive suit. In a notice of appeal dated February 13, 2025, the appellant pointed out 10 grounds for contesting the ruling. They argue that the trial judge wrongly held that the relief sought in the interlocutory application were identical or similar to those in the main suit. The appellant maintained that the interim reliefs were solely intended to preserve the estate and ensure the welfare of the late Wigwe's minor children until the dispute over his will is settled. In contrast, the final relief sought was to grant administration for the distribution of the assets. Additionally, the appellant argued that a previous decision by a magistrate court, which granted full guardianship of the minor children to their eldest sibling, Utochi Wigwe, 25 years of age, was made without notice to the grandparents. They clarified that the application was not to overturn the magistrate's decision, but to ensure that the grandparents are included as co-guardians to support the children's well-being. And lastly, for tonight, the Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has insisted that the local government elections scheduled for Saturday will proceed as planned despite an appeal from the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi to suspend the polls. In a statement on Friday, Adeleke's spokesperson Olawale Rasheed emphasized that democracy is guided by the rule of law and that no individual has the authority to override the courts. However, the AGF in a statement on Thursday had urged Adeleke to instruct the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission to halt the election, warning that it will be invalid and a violation of the Constitution. He further cautioned against any action that could lead to violence, urging Adeleke to uphold the rule of law and maintain peace in the state. We'll continue to monitor the story for more new development. You can as well drop your opinion in the comment box section below. Please stay tuned. Good night.